automatically.
Yeah, this is fall. This is the fall semester. You won't get any hours for fall.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay. So I left you one extra.
9, 2, 6, 8.
Yeah.
9, 2, 6, 8, 8. And the line, please. You want me to go get her? Okay.
Yeah, what are you doing? It's been a long time.
A week.
A whole week. I'm telling you, it was a really busy week, so it's seems like So you guys almost done?
Yeah.
Almost? Thank you. It's on my birthday. What's on my birthday? What is my birthday?
We don't have like a happy I'm handing you this kind of thing, so I think that's
Put the date on this part. You know, I actually backdated all the way to August 31st. You know.
How many years have I been in class?
Anybody else have these?
Oh, serious? How many years do you think?
About 5. Since I was 25. Oh, 24. I'm lying. 24. Since I was 20. Even though I taught since I was 24. Teaching makes you look old.
Oh, God. So you had your son at what, 12?
Hold on.
11?
Anybody else finish? See you guys on the 15th. Thank you. Almost done over there. What's today's date?
Oh, this?
23rd.
So you don't know if this is recording or not?
Do we?
Is there a red light flashing?
No red light.
There is a red light flashing.
It's recording?
It says recording, flashing, flashing, flashing. Yes, it's recording. Oh. You're being recorded.
Oh man, all those jokes I just said, deleted. Okay, so, you guys ready to start? We have the registration forms filled out? Okay. So first off, what I want to hand to you is that we talked about leadership skills last week, right?
Right.
And we did top 10 leadership skills, and then your homework was to create what?
How to achieve leadership skills, the 10 leadership skills.
Right, and what are you going to do about it? How are you going to incorporate it in your life, right? Okay, and the reason why I want to do leadership skills is because I could talk all day long about self-esteem, leadership, motivation, goal setting, every day of the week, right? And we could also do interview skills, resume writing, and all that other stuff. But unless you decide to make a commitment to being the best you could possibly be and being a leader within yourself, you're not going to accomplish any of that stuff. You're not going to want to wake up in the morning time and get going, right? You don't want to get going. So what's going to drive you? What's going to make you motivated? What's going to push you so that you can want to raise your children, of course. You got to multitask. That's a lot of work right there. That's being a leader, correct? Okay. And then, of course, you got to make some money. So you got to have a job. You have to have possibly benefits, because benefits are very expensive to have by yourself. So if every single day you work towards achieving your goals and your dreams, and you went to sleep and you put down your head on a pillow at night and you ask yourself, did I put an honest day's work in? Right? Can you actually answer that and say, I did my very best? Because I'm telling you, not a lot of people are doing that anymore. When I say go the extra mile, right? Why do we say go the extra mile? Why do I say that? Because in that extra mile, you don't see a lot of other people, right? Do you want to be different? Do you want to be unique? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, you have to say it with confidence.
Yes.
You want to be a 1 or a 10 on a scale of 1 to 10, which we already did a couple weeks ago. 1 being low, 10 being high. What's the answer?
10.
10, right? How come only one person answered that? Okay. So what's the answer? 10. Why? Because only you are capable of believing in yourself. It starts with you. You don't wait for somebody else to come along, right? So when you go to those motivational classrooms and those motivational, those job fairs, when you feel like, oh, I'm going to get a job today, you have people, everybody around is motivated to get a job. But how do you get one step higher than them? How is it that you're going to be selected as opposed to them? Do you walk in there with, I don't know, it may not happen, I never get a job, it never happens to me. Do you walk in with doubt? Or do you walk in with faith? Or do you walk in with this amount of positive attitude that nothing's going to stop you? So here's what I did was, I love this picture, okay? This picture right here, right, shows a kitty cat, right, all innocent, shy, right, friendly. However, when the kitty cat looks in the mirror, what does the kitty cat see? Can you see that? A lion, right? Okay. That's the kind of self-esteem and self-image that you have to go into walking around every single day. When the moment you wake up in the morning to the moment you put your head down on the pillow, this is how you have to feel. No distractions. Nothing, no thing can stop you from meeting your goals or your dreams. Okay? So here's what I do. I'm going to pass this out, but I want you to use the back side of the paper if you need it for notes. If you don't have a piece of paper, I know some people don't have paper, go ahead and use the back side for notes, okay? So I'm just going to give you a couple things. What we're going to do, can you pass that around, please? Okay. Did you want one? Okay. Did you want one? Just in case? Just in case. Okay. Okay, so a couple things we have to achieve today. Okay, one is called an easy word called goals. And how do you spell goals?
G-O-A-L.
Starts with go, right?
Go.
Okay? Go for your goals, right? And then the other thing we're going to do is a 30-second, not a 30-minute. That would be a long one. Elevator. Speech. Okay?
Thank you.
This thing is working actually. I think you get blue. Okay, blue can move. Okay, so 30-second elevator speech and goals. First, I'm going to start out. You already did leadership. Now, if you haven't done the leadership, the top 10 leadership qualities, you should try it, okay? And I'm supposed to post it here. We're supposed to be posted here, but it's not. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to start off with goals, and the only way to teach goals in a group setting is to do it this way. And it's kind of a way I've created, and it's more for group effort. But I want you to try to identify yourself uniquely and individually with this. Okay, so I want you to draw 3 circles, just like this. If you can. I made pretty good circles there. Okay. Okay, draw 3 circles just like that. Okay. Now pretend these are pie charts. Okay? These are pie charts. Now this is prior, okay, to coming to Costa Teresa. Prior. And it could be 1 week, it could be 1 month, it could be 1 year, it could be 10 years prior to coming to Costa Teresa. If this was a pie chart, okay, there are certain things in our life that we need, and there are certain things that we want. Okay, now we all want, maybe we don't all want this, but we all want Dolce & Gabbana, we all want Coach, we all want nice fancy cars, stereos that go boom, right? Nice houses, rock swimming pools, salt water, fancy things, dreams this, win the lottery this. Okay, we all want things. Okay, then there's certain things we need. Give me something that we need.
Food.
Okay, so can you get food with having a job?
Yes.
Okay, so write down the word job. Okay, write down the word job.
In the circle?
No, just on the side of your paper. Okay? Write down the word job. Now, with that job, I want you to write down 5 things that you can have with a job. Okay? Write down things that you need that you can have by having a job that has source of income. Okay? Go ahead and start writing. You guys are writing the same thing. Are you able to write?
Mm-hmm. Like, I'll catch up. Okay. Get this right.
Are you stuck on 3? Or can you keep going? Okay, so somebody said food, right? With a job, can you have food? That's pretty self-explanatory, right? With a job, can you have transportation?
Yeah.
You get bus passes, right? With a job, well, he even answered the question, right? Food, right there. Okay, you heard the word food.
Dessert.
Oh, you heard the word dessert. Okay. With a job, can you have a roof over your head?
Yes, you should.
You can rent a room, right? You can buy something, you can buy a place, you can have an apartment, right? Okay, so you have a roof over your head, you have food, you have transportation. What else? Did anybody else come up with something different?
Yeah, I can treat you to Starbucks, would you like? With a job, I can treat Mr. Greg to Starbucks.
Oh, that's nice. Do you have a job? So when are we getting to treat a Starbucks?
Whenever you're ready, next
All right.
week.
So you can buy, let's just say you can buy gifts, right? Okay. You can donate to the needy. All right. So what else?
Take care of your kids.
With a job, you can have money. Okay.
I put money like a savings.
Oh, okay. So you can have a savings account.
New clothes.
You can buy clothes, right?
Go on vacation. Go out to dinner.
You can take mini vacations, depending on how much money you make. You can take extravagant vacations, right? What else? Anybody else? What do you have?
I put that you could, like, for a cell phone, like, whichever kind of cell phone that you want.
Oh, excellent. Okay, that's creative right there. You have source of communication, right? So therefore, you can have contact with other people, and you can look for jobs, and you actually have a source that people can contact you with, right? Okay, very good. And you can have the internet as well. So you can have email, You can check your email, so if they're looking for a job, you can have that as well. Okay, so a job can provide a lot of things. So would you consider that a need? It's a need, right? Okay, what other things do we need? That we already know a job provides. What other things do we need?
Family.
Okay, so we need family. What else? That's even support, okay? Support.
Religion.
What's that?
Religion.
Okay, so we need spirituality. Okay, gotta have faith. Higher power, doesn't matter what it is. What else? Should I not exercise? We need health. We need health, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we need health. Okay, what else? Anything? What are the things we need in life?
Love, happiness.
Okay, so family, maybe a positive relationship.
Yes.
Okay, anything else? That's it?
Education.
Oh, there you go. Somebody's thinking. There, that's wonderful. Okay, the more you learn, the more you earn. Right?
Think about it like that.
Try to make it rhyme. Come on. All right, so is that it? No more creative thoughts? Going once? Going twice? So that's it. In 4 minutes, we just determined all the needs in life. Is that it? How long have we been on the face of this earth? 29 years plus tax. Shipping and handling. Right? Okay. So what else? Nothing. Right? So let me just ask you this. Prior to coming to Casa Teresa, now this is present right here. This is present. This is Casa Teresa. Okay? Prior to coming to Casa Teresa, if you can make a pie chart out of this prior life, okay, how would you incorporate those percentages? Is there something missing that was going on in your life? Right? There's sometimes people add things that were going in their life, the reason why some of these things weren't here. So, what I want you to do is I want you to just come up with a percentage in pie chart form, okay? So, as an example, okay, I'll use a different color pen. I'll use my green pen, okay? As an example, somebody who was going to a drug and alcohol rehab, okay? He came up to the board and he said 80% of his life was spent at work, and 20% was self. Right? Now, we just found out that a job can give us a lot of things. It even gives us self-esteem, it gives us identity, it gives us great conversation topics at a barbecue, right? And if you have a business card, it gives you that motivation to want to pass your business card out, to say, look, this is what I've become. I'm a this, I'm a that, I have a business card. So when somebody comes up and says, or even you say, well, I had a job, or I have a job, right? It always sounds good when you say you have a job, because this class is called Workforce Preparation and Vocational Business Skills, and I'm training you and teaching you to not just say you have a job, okay? To have passion about going to your job, right? So when I said on a scale of 1 being low, 10 being high, and you say 10, then you wake up in the morning, you cannot wait to go to your job. You can't wait to have everything what that job has to offer besides a paycheck. Okay? All the details that a job gives you with that money, such as gifts, Starbucks, right? Food, shelter, all these great things. The reasons why you want it that bad, okay? So a guy comes up to the board and says, well, I worked 80% of my life and there was 20% of my self-time, but everybody has a story to tell. Sometimes there's not an equal balance going on in work versus play. And sometimes if you can't balance that out, both of them lose, okay? Where your self-esteem drops, your friends drop, your motivation drops, your career, your goals, your ambitions goes out the window. So this guy told me, and everybody in the classroom said, yeah, you're right, Mr. Gray, because I was a workaholic, and I had an 8-year-old and a 10-year-old at home, and a wife at home, and my 20% of myself was spent at a bar. I didn't want to go home because I wanted to drink. I didn't want to take care of my kids because my wife takes care of the kids, and I was providing, just giving them the money. Okay, there's no balance there whatsoever. And that led this person into a rehab, a home, a shelter. He lost his career. His wife divorced him. The kids are growing up. The kids don't see him that much. And if I asked him 10 years prior to this, even if we did this another step before, even if I saw him 10 years ago, okay, he wouldn't have planned for that to happen. He would never plan for that. Nobody plans for their future. Now, if you don't have goals, if you don't have dreams, you don't have a future. Because you're playing the wild cards. So, the reason why I'm telling you this, if you want to have goals, you have to identify what was working and what wasn't working. Okay? And then, while you're here at Casa Teresa, what are you doing in your life as far as building you up so you can become the lion that's looking in the mirror? Right? Do you feel this way when you wake up in the morning and you look in the mirror? Or have you ever thought about this? Because this is a seed that's going to get planted in your head so it can grow. Right? So, what are you doing here? I know you're taking care of your health and your children or your child, right? And you have shelter, but you're taking classes. I don't know what other classes you're taking. I don't know what other groups come in here, but you have to get inspired for hearing whatever possibilities there are. That's how you create a goal. You have to have that spark, something that lights that fire so that it will go towards reaching your dream. Now, on this piece of paper, okay, I want you to write your name right there on the first line. So I want you to take ownership of your self-esteem. I want you to take ownership of your pride. I want you to take ownership of your courage. Okay? You think you could do that? Is it possible?
Yes.
Is it possible? Okay. Now, there's 3 lines below that as your homework assignment. Okay? I want you to look at the things that you guys came up with. Job, family, spirituality, health, positive relationships, and education. I want you to pick 1 or 3 things from that list and put that on your list of things that you're going to conquer, things that you're going to strive and thrive for. Those are going to be the opening statements, the opening ideas of creating your goals. They may change, but I want you to focus on at least 1. I'm not going to overwhelm you with 3, but if you feel like you can challenge yourself and get 3 goals going for you to wake up in a very positive way, to go to bed at night thinking about your goals, because when you go to bed at night, your brain doesn't shut off. Okay, you dream. Your brain continues to move forward in the direction that you tell it to move forward. It's a matter of choice. Okay? So that's what you're doing here. You're making choices. You're making commitments. You're developing a new you. You're coming up with the courage to change the way you look at things. Like Dr. Dyer said. What did Dr. Dyer say? You change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. Right? If you look in the mirror, that's a perfect example. Change the way you look at yourself in the mirror. And things will start to change. Okay? So that's what you're doing while you're here, because I don't know, and we're not going to get in detail of what was going on in your life before this, but this guy who gave this example, he was going to the bars all the time. Okay? And it just continued to go downhill because he wanted to accept change. He did not make a commitment, no matter what his circumstances were, no matter what his responsibilities were. Even though he knew he had 2 children that looked up to him as a father, as a mentor, as a role model, he did not care because he was blinded by something that was distracting him and his goals. If I would have told him this 5 or 10 years later, and I would have said, this is what your life could look like, you're going to be a workaholic and an alcoholic, he would have punched me in the face, right? He would have said, are you kidding me? No, I'm going to be happily married. I'm going to have 2.5 children. I don't know what 0.5 is. Okay, I'm going to have 2 children, and I'm going to be the best father in the world. But if you don't pay attention to your dreams and your ambitions, things can go sideways. Okay? So, moving on upward and onward to your future. Okay? You already identified 1, maybe 2, maybe 3 things that you really want in your life. It could be one of these. Okay? And I don't know if anybody ever used drugs in this room, but I've taught people who've used drugs, and I'll ask them this question. If you're set out for your goals and you introduce drugs in your life, do you care about a job? Do you care about your job? Do you care about your family? Do you care about your spirituality? Do you care about your health? Do you care about your positive relationships? Do you care about your education? You just flush every need that you created in this life down the drain over a choice. One negative choice. And it doesn't have to be drugs. Okay? It could be a relationship. It could be a thought. Okay? Once you put a negative idea into your head, a negative mind cannot produce a positive life, correct? Right? So, this is what your homework is right here. This is a very easy homework assignment. All I want you to do is put your name and identify 1 to 3 goals that you're going to be passionate about, that you're going to make a determined, conscious effort to wake up every single day, go to bed at night, thinking about how bad you want these goals, and they will come to you. Those goals will show up. Okay? Now, there is a systematic method of creating goals, and here's an easy way to think about it. They're called SMART goals. S-M-A-R-T. SMART goals. As you're developing your thoughts into creating your life in one of your goals, start out with the letter S. And what does that stand for?
Success.
Almost.
Succeed.
I'll write it down over here.
Sucker.
Specific. You want to make it specific. Okay? Make sure you have an idea in your head that you can relate to. How would it feel? What would it feel like when you accomplish your goals? Right? It's specific. Okay? Don't try to make it, well, if I do this, I want to get a PhD. Okay, well, make it more specific than that. Maybe you need to get a high school diploma first, right? So work on that first. Make it specific. Okay? And then what does M stand for?
Motivation.
Measurable. Okay. Measurable. I like the word motivation though. Good call. Right? Measurable. How do you measure it? Right? Why did you pick that specific goal, and how are you going to measure it? And here's your first way of measuring it. I'm telling you tonight, on 9/23/15, at approximately 5:40, 5:30 in the evening, to pick something that has value, something that's meaningful, something that you want and you need in your life that you're going to have passion about. Okay? And you write down something. Whether it's I leave here or tomorrow morning when you wake up and Maria or an intern or an assistant or your study group says, so what was it? What did you pick? I don't know. I forgot. Okay? Obviously, that's a measurable indicator that says that's not going to work for you. You don't believe in that. It didn't stick well enough. Okay? Measure it. Maybe a week goes by. Maybe a month goes by. And now you're starting to see results. Right? Maybe you picked health as an example. This is the easiest way to measure health. My specific goal is to lose 20 pounds in 4 months. And next week I weigh myself, I lost 2 pounds. Is that a good measurement? Right? Literally. Okay, it's a great measurement, right? Okay, so that's saying, hey, I'm doing something about it. I cut out the junk food. I cut out the sugars. Right? I started maybe less carbs. Maybe I increased my 30-minute duration walk to 40-minute duration walk. That's a measure. Okay? And then, what does A stand for? Action. Action. You got to take action. Okay? Are other people seeing your results? Are they asking you, so what's going on? Are you talking about it? Are you writing it down? Maybe you're doing a journal. Journals are great. Journals are a great way to look back and reflect. A lot of people do their own personal diaries of their life whenever they want some kind of success. Okay? You can create your own journal. Just get a notepad and start writing down every single thought that's going your way. Right? Okay. And then you can go back and say, you know what? This action is not working. I need to remeasure it. You can go back and forth. Okay? And then what's R stand for? Realistic. Okay. Realistic. Okay? Is this a real goal? It might be 1 week, it might be 1 year. But some people start to realize, and when you think about the word realize, it's R-E-A-L. It's real, okay? They start to realize that this is good. I can't believe this is happening. You're going to wake up that way and you're going to go, I can't believe this is my life. You're going to look in the mirror and you're going to go, I can't believe that's me. Remember one of my favorite motivational speakers, he totally turned his life around, right? And he went to a high school reunion. And he not only did he make millions, and not only did he lose a lot of weight, and he was dressed for success, people came up to him and they said, I can't believe that's you. And he says, that's not me. I don't know who you're talking about. Whoever you're talking about, he doesn't live here anymore, right? He's gone. He moved out. He moved away, okay? You're going to realize that there's certain things that are going to happen in your life. You're going to go, I can't believe this happened to me. You want those experiences in life? That's what life's all about, is to have these amazing accomplishments, these feelings that are going to release endorphins, release great chemicals in your body, natural chemicals in your body. It's going to give you that drive. Okay? And then, of course, what does T stand for? Anybody? Tough love. Yeah, I would say, let's switch it up a little bit. I like that. Be tough on yourself, right? Time. Okay? Time, it's actually time bound. So,
Like you're on a time limit?
time bound, okay? When is it enough is enough where you just keep getting the results that you're not expecting? Remember this, there's no such thing as the word failure. If you start your goal and you didn't finish it, it's not failure.
It's an opportunity.
It's experience,
Yeah.
right?
Learning.
It's experience. You didn't get the results you wanted, but at least you tried, okay? At least you tried. That's what you have to do. You have to try, okay? So, with this, I want you to come up with your future. It could be anything. Pick your ideas. Something that's going to continue to make you move forward. Something that's going to pull you in that direction rather than somebody pushing you. Something that's going to pull you towards that drive. Once you have that, and I'm telling you this, okay? I've had this drive for about 22 years, okay? And when I was in school, and it's not because I even have a degree in psychology, it's because somebody that I saw was making a commitment to their life, kept moving forward, and I wanted to be like that person. So it's okay. Now, I didn't compare myself. You never compare yourself with your worst to somebody else's best. Because everybody is going through something. You might see that big house on the hill. You might see that person driving a Mercedes. You might see that person wearing a really cool, nice dress with those fancy heels or whatever, right? And you might say, wow, that person, they got it all together. Okay? That's only in your mind. That's a perception. You're comparing something that's not even real. Going back to the word real. Keep it real. Okay? So don't compare yourself, but follow those footsteps of those who succeeded. How did they do it? Ask them, what did you do to do this? I would like to know. I would want to take your secrets. Birds of a feather flock together. You hang around winners, you're going to become a winner. You hang around losers, guess what you're going to become? Automatically. Okay? It's just going to be the nature of the game. And when you look in the mirror, you want to stay with the winners. Okay? So given this example, I'm going to erase this on the board because you know what SMART stands for. You know what your homework is, the simple part of the homework. Now I'm going to give you the little more difficult homework. Okay? So.
Time, realistic.
Yep. Action, measurable, specific. Okay? Okay, now that you have desire, determination, willpower, confidence, self-esteem, motivation, value. Just a 30-second elevator speech. Okay? This is your homework again. Okay? This is a little more challenging homework, but still it's not that difficult. Okay? Maybe 5 to 7 sentences long. Okay? And about 30 seconds. Okay, now how many people
I have one.
enjoy the NFL? Anybody enjoy the football games going on Sunday?
Yes, I can.
Monday Night Football? Super Bowl Sunday, most people don't watch the football game. What do they watch? The commercials. I think the commercials have become really famous. And they spend millions and millions of dollars for 30 seconds to 1 minute, if that, on a commercial. Is that unreasonable? Why do they spend so much money on a commercial during Super Bowl Sunday? Okay, so a lot of people are watching, so you're hitting a lot of target audiences, right? Now, name one product that you see on a Super Bowl Sunday commercial. One product.
Cars.
Huh? Cars? A car commercial? Any particular car?
Is that what I do?
Okay, Bud Light. know, the little horse and everything else, right? That's a cute one. Doritos, huge, right? Doritos is one of the biggest products out there on Super Bowl Sunday. Now, when you think about football,
You think of
you
beer?
think about beer and chips, right? Okay, so that is already an automatic target audience, okay?
They also do a lot of pizza commercials.
Pizza, Little
They want
Caesars,
you to-
Pizza Hut.
They know that you're pizza hungry.
Okay, so let me ask you this.
They get you when you're gone.
Let me ask you this, hypothetically, okay? Do the Doritos care about what Pringles are doing? Does Budweiser care about what Coors Light is doing?
Yeah. A little bit.
Yeah.
Do they care in their commercial?
No.
In their commercial, they don't care. They're not focused on Coors Light.
They actually come from the same place though.
Well, I don't know. That's good. I don't know that. Okay? That's me right there. That's good. I don't know that. Now, you know that. So let's go with what's a popular beer that's not
Let's do,
Hefeweizen,
okay.
whatever that is. Okay.
Shock top.
You throw a shot top. You throw an orange in it, and make it fancy. Okay. All right. So, does Budweiser care about shock top? No. Okay. So in that commercial, they are selling their product. So this really is not a 30-second elevator speech. It's an elevator speech because it's only going to be as long as, imagine going from the top floor to the bottom floor, right? And that's how much time you have to talk. It's not about talking to complete strangers in an elevator. They're going to think you're kind of strange if you're giving them your 30-second elevator speech. They're probably going to push another button to get out of the elevator quickly. All right? So, it's basically a commercial. And how would you present yourself at a job fair, right? How would you present yourself at a network, let's say, because what's one of the number one ways to find a job? What's number one way to find a job?
And networking.
Networking, right? It's not always what you know, it's
Who you know.
So you run into somebody, you're telling them about you in 30 seconds as if you're a commercial, you're a product that's saying, you need me. You want this position. You want to further this relationship to get in the door to whatever I can get in the door, to your supervisor, to your family member, somebody who will understand that I just told you something in 30 seconds that will stick, like a commercial. Why do you remember the Doritos? Because it sticks, right? And then they have to get very creative. They have marketing, all that design. Now you become the marketing tool. You are marketing yourself to get that through to somebody that says, I want to know more. I want to bring them into a job interview. In fact, I want to hire them. Okay? So it's a 30-second commercial about you. Okay? So I'm going to give you an example of one, okay, just so I can put you in the right thought process. Because sometimes this is hard to write, but after I read it, you're going to go, that's it? It's so simple, right? Okay? So, hi, my name is Samantha Atchison, and I'm a senior environmental sciences major. She's a college student, okay? I'm looking for a position that will allow me to use my research and analysis skills. Over the past few years, I've been strengthening these skills through my work with a local watershed council on conservation strategies to support water quality and habitat. Eventually, I'd like to develop educational programs on water conservation awareness. I read that your organization is involved in water quality projects. Can you tell me how someone with my experience may fit into your organization? Okay? Was I talking about a whole bunch of different things all over the map? Specifically talking about what I study, what I like, what I want to enjoy, what I want to learn more about, what I want to be employed with. Can you tell me, give me something, okay? Give me something that I can get an answer back, okay? I'm going to pass this around, but before I pass this around, I want you to come up with ideas to write yours. Okay, now I'm going to give you the very easy way to start. Okay, all it says is, hi, introduce yourself. My name is, and I think you can figure that part out. Okay? Now, I might sound joking about this, but this is the beginning. This is your intro, and the way you say it says a lot about who you are. Now, remember last week, or was it the week before, I talked about communication skills? Right?
Yes.
And it wasn't all about content. It wasn't all about language. It wasn't all about using big words. What was it about? It was about body language, right? I'm not going to be sitting there going, hi, my name is Greg, right? I'm not going to be folding my arms, saying I'm closed, right? Or, remember I gave you the example of the way the moms pick up sometimes the kids at school, the way they stand. Not everybody, but this is just a typical mom stance, right? This one, right? Hip out, right? My foot pointing in this direction. Meaning I'm closed, hurry up, tell me what you have to say, because I gotta go, right? I gotta move. I got things to do, I got laundry, I gotta come up with go to the grocery store, right? Okay. If you're in that much of a hurry to say your name, hi, my name is so-and-so, right? They're gonna go, okay, what, you're just trying to catch me off guard? Do you really want to tell me something that's important, right? You gotta say it with not only enthusiasm, but a confidence level that captures them. Right? Now, what's your first name?
Vanna.
Vanna? Okay. How you doing, Vanna?
Good.
I'm Greg. Nice to meet you. Right? Okay. Do you see how I leaned in? I leaned in and I kept the eye contact and I even put on a smile. Okay? How you doing, Vanna? I'm Greg. Nice to meet you. Right? You could do it that way. If you're at a job fair, some people are so busy and distracted, you might be going, hi, how you doing? My name's Greg. Can you tell me something about this company? You're not capturing them. You're sounding like everybody else who's walking right by the booth. Okay? If you're at a job interview, you're not capturing them. Right? So it's all about body language, and it's also about your tone of voice. Right? You can't be quiet. Can't even hear me. It's like, ooh, let's move on. Move next, right? You're too loud, you're too boisterous, you're going to sound overpowering. They're going to say, whoa, this guy scares me, right? You got to practice that, okay? Practice makes what? Practice makes
Perfect.
improvement. Not perfect, right? Perfect practice can make perfect over time, but practice makes improvement. You can always better your best, right? You can always better your best. Okay, so your next one is ask a question. Ask a question, okay? Or you can state a reason why you were there. Okay? State a reason. Okay? I'm at this job fair to understand more about this particular company, because maybe out of all these companies, I would really like to work for this company. Right? State a reason. Or, can you tell me more about your company? It opens up a dialogue. It's not a closed-ended statement. You want to open up the dialogue. Every time I lose one of you, I think, right? Because maybe it's been a long day or it's hot in this classroom, right? I'll walk over. That's body language. And you know I'm there. Even if your eyes are closed. Nodding. I'll say, what's your name? Ashley. Ashley what? What is it?
Larson.
Ashley Larson? What? How old are you? Good? All right. Do I care about her last name? Do I care about her age? No, but her eyes are open. And you know what? She probably won't close them again. Okay? Because now she's going to be, and that seed is planted. And you know what? Yeah, better pay attention. Okay? Now she's smiling. Right? Now, see, there's different endorphins, there's different chemicals being released, right? If I asked her to stand up, she would be wide awake for the next couple hours. Okay? Because maybe just sitting here is a little
Not really, I
different.
think it's
Okay.
more.
But it's all in your mind. Okay? Alright. Now say something personal. Say something personal about you. Maybe it's a success. Something about you. Can't even spell. Okay? Success or skills. Okay? Something like that. Say something personal about you. What would inspire me to continue on this conversation? Right? I have over 19 years of teaching experience. And you know what? I think my favorite class to teach is workforce preparation. Not only teaching it at work, in the jail, or teaching at the college, or even teaching it to my own child. You know my favorite place to teach is?
At Casa Teresa.
Casa Teresa. Right? Okay. I make everybody smile. Right? Now you're thinking, Mr. Greg can't wait to come back next Wednesday. Right? Okay. See, but it's inspiring to say something that's attachment towards that person or that company. You want to attach yourself. You're planting the roots, the seed, you're planting that so that you can grow with that company, you can grow with that conversation. You can win that person over, really. Super easy. Okay? And you know what? I guarantee you, if they don't have room or you're not qualified, they'll find a referral for you. They'll say, you know what, I think you should go over here. Can I use you as a referral? Yes. What's your name? Right? Stuff like that, okay? Now, say something that stands out. What's unique? What's unique about you? What is unique about you? Right? What's something that people latch on to you every single day? Is it that you're a great listener? Is it that you are always willing to learn? Maybe you're extremely organized. Maybe you're great at multitasking. Maybe you're bilingual. That's always a great one, right? And then say what you are bilingual in. Don't just say I'm bilingual. Maybe you're trilingual. But give something of uniqueness, value, right? What is it about the Budweiser commercial? That cute little pony, right? When you think about Budweiser, you think about a cute little pony. What is it about you that they think about it when you walk away with? Okay? When I think about you and you guys say, well, my certificate, Mr. Greg, can you generate a certificate for me? Okay. I'll get a list. When I sit down on my computer at home and I'm looking at the list of names, I have identified something that reminds me of each one of you, right? Maybe it's the eyes closed. Maybe it's the smile. Maybe it's a laughter, right? But I'll remember something of each one of you, right? So bring that to the table, right? And then there's this thing called, they call it a call for action. Well, basically what a call for action means is that you are asking them for an interview. You're asking them for a business card. You're asking them for an opportunity. You're asking them for the requirements. What would it require for me to work for your company? Right? Or if it's just basically random, you're talking to someone, maybe you are talking to somebody actually in an elevator, right? And you're talking about you and your skills and your personal qualities and your uniqueness. And you said, you know what, it's really nice talking to you. Do you have a business card? That's how you're developing business relationships. Okay?
Network.
Do you have a business card? Do you have a forwarding? Do you have an email? Is there something we can connect with on social media so that I've had a friend, he lost his job after 16 years, and he went on social media and he says, after 16 years, I can't believe our department got laid off. He had like hundreds or more, 100 plus comments of people that were giving him leads. They got a job, right? But he also wrote a little statement about himself, right? He talked about what he did. He was an IT. I didn't even know he was an IT guy. I was reading it going, wow, this guy, I might even call him up to fix my computer at home, right? Or maybe put a new printer in my house or something. He's my go-to person now because he's talking about it, he's believing himself, and that's how you stay employed, right? Okay, so you think you're capable of writing your 30-second elevator speech? You can mirror the concepts here, right? Now, of course, if you write an elevator speech and you're talking about how you're an environmentalist, okay, and you, and your name is Samantha Atchison, okay, then I know that you just copied this and turned it in for a certificate. So, this is a good template to use. And then in your study group, you can also further your discussion to improve the quality of your 30-second elevator speech. Okay? Any questions? You have a question? Okay. Any questions? Okay, so, should I leave this on the board? You want to read it?
I think you should call me.
Okay.
Colin, did you copy this down?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right, guys. Have a good night. See you next week.